Hi everybody, my name is Shannon and this is my daughter Addie.
Hi.
And we are here today to share a brief yoga practice with you to include some breathing strategies, some strengthening and stretching poses, and a little bit of relaxation. So we're glad to have you here and we'll go ahead and get started. Sitting in an easy pose on the floor, go ahead and elongate or lengthen your spine, almost as if somebody is pulling you by a hair up to the ceiling. We're going to relax our shoulders down away from our ears and rest our hands on our knees. And let's go ahead and close our eyes. And let's bring that focus to our breath, breathing in through our nose, filling our lungs with air, and breathing out through our nose, releasing all of that air. And let's continue at our own speed, keeping in mind that everybody breathes at a different rate, paying attention to how your body feels as you breathe in and fill those lungs, and then as you breathe out, releasing the air. Let's go ahead and open those eyes and move into our next breathing exercise, which is our baseball and beach ball breath. So again, we're sitting nice and tall. Imagine that we're holding a baseball in our hands, nice and small. And then as we inhale, that baseball turns into a big beach ball, filling those lungs with air. And as we exhale, shrinking back down to a baseball. So we're visualizing while we breathe, inhaling, imagining we're holding that big beach ball, and exhaling back to that little baseball. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. 1 more time. Good job. Let's move on to our energizing breath. You can either stay seated on your mat on the floor, or you can sit on your feet. We call this heel sit, making sure our knees are together and not apart. And again, we have a nice tall spine sitting nice and long. We're going to inhale, reach up for the sky. And this time as we exhale, we're going to use our vocalization and say, ha, ha. Inhale. And exhale. Ha! Inhale. And exhale. Ha! 1 more together. Inhale. And let's hear you. Exhale. Ha! Good job. Okay, let's move into one of our strengthening poses. This works our core as well as our arms and legs. So Addie's going to demonstrate the tabletop pose on her hands and knees. You can use a fun prop for this pose. We have our little birthday beanie baby here. You can grab a beanbag, something little, something light, and something soft, and you're going to set it in the middle of their back, making sure the belly button is pulled in towards the spine, nice and steady and sturdy at the core. The gaze is right between the hands, so we're protecting our head and neck, all in line with the spine. And as she inhales, she's going to extend one arm straight out in front of her. Good, and as she exhales, she'll bring it down. And then I'll have her switch with her breath to the next side. Inhale. And exhale, arm comes down. Good, and she's doing a good job keeping that beanie baby right there on her back. Now we'll switch to your legs, Addie. So as you inhale, you're going to extend one leg straight. Good, and exhale. Bring that leg down. Good, I can hear her breathing. Then let's switch sides. Inhale the other leg. And exhale that leg down. Good. And you can go ahead and do that for a few sets. We're going to just do that one set here since we're moving on and sharing other poses with you, but you can always add to that to make it a little more challenging. So our next pose that we're going to do, we're going to make it a partner pose. It's called the boat pose. If you don't have somebody to practice with, you can do this on your own. We'll do it together and then I'll show you a couple of modifications. So we're going to put one foot against the other person's foot and then the other. And we're going to reach towards our feet. Our chest is open, our spine is long. We're breathing and we're using those trunk muscles to keep us nice and steady. And let's make it a little bit more fun and sing, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Good job. And then we'll bring our feet down. And I'll show you a modification. If we're not at the point where we're bringing both of our feet up, you can always try and bring one foot up. And then if you're not quite at that point either, you can keep both feet in contact with the floor and lean your trunk back, and you're still getting a good core workout there. Just keeping in mind you want your chest open and your back straight. You don't want to be rounding out forward. You want to be tall and proud. And continuing to breathe throughout the pose. Let's move on to our downward dog. So Addie is going to demonstrate it along the length of her mat, and I will go this direction. So again, we're starting in our tabletop pose. We're going to curl our toes under and we're going to push ourselves up into an upside down V. Gaze is at those feet. Our core is nice and strong. Our head and neck are relaxed, no tension in the upper back. And we're trying to shift our weight in towards those heels and trying to straighten those legs to get a good hamstring and lower leg stretch. And then when you're ready, you come back down onto your hands and knees. And from here, you can push back into a child's pose. That's our resting pose. It's a pose where you can move between poses if you ever need a break. It's good at any point during the practice. And from here, we will move into our relaxation. So Addie is going to lay, she can either lay on her tummy or on her back, and you all at home can do the same thing. If you are in a space where you can turn the lights off, I would recommend that. And if you're chilly, you can always cover with a blanket or put a pillow under your head. So make yourself as comfortable as possible. I'm going to read a little bit out of Goodnight Yoga, which is by Miriam Gates. She has a whole series of yoga books, which are a lot of fun to do as a family. And this is just a visualization. It helps guide the relaxation. So now that we're all lying on our backs or on our tummies, hands along our sides, take a deep breath in and let a long breath out. Imagine you are lying on a white, puffy cloud. Feel yourself sink into its softness as the cloud lifts you up, up, up into the air. You are floating, rocking back and forth. Your cloud is taking you somewhere you love to be. This wonderful place has colors to see and sounds to hear. Feel how good it is to be there. Breathe in, breathe out. When you are ready, your cloud slowly brings you down, down, down. It settles you gently back on the earth. As your cloud pulls away, it takes with it anything that is troubling you. Whoosh! You are left feeling calm, peace, and happiness inside. Take another deep breath in and let a long breath out. And from here, you can go ahead and open your eyes, come back up into sitting. And that's all that we have for you today. Thank you for joining us and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.